What is up, Eastern Oregon? This is Doddsy, and this is Eastern Oregon Alive Sports. And today, I'm going to do something a little bit different than usual. Usually, I pre-record my show, and it comes out at 5:30. Today, I decided that I wanted to do it live, and we're going to talk. I don't usually talk baseball. It's my favorite sport, but I usually just cover like local stuff. But today, I wanted to change that up a little bit. This is all brought to you by Buffalo Peak Golf Course out in Union, man. Dana's killing it, and if you haven't been out there recently, go check it out. The course is in great shape. Dana and his team, they got an award coming up, and we're going to do a show about it. It's from the Oregon Golf Association, and I'll let you guys know more about that when it's time. We're also going to do a little show where Dana's going to present Grand Ronde Hospital with a check from the breast cancer awareness tournament that he puts on for the mammography fund. So pay attention to that. It's coming up soon, and it's really cool. Buffalo Peak Golf Course, meet me at the Peak. I have a special guest today if you want to call this a studio, we're at BrotherBear Cafe. So Kody, introduce yourself.
Hey guys, I'm Kody. I'm the owner of BrotherBear here, and yeah, we're ready to talk some baseball. We
are definitely going to talk a little baseball today. And I shared this into the Chucklehead group too, because I want people to talk and interact. And I can see your comments and I can put them up there. Brent just said, "Hey, see, bam." So if you guys, if you have any questions or if you want to chime in about baseball, go ahead and throw it up there and we'll talk about it. We're going to take a break here in a little bit, and I have an interview that I did today with Brandy Smith from EOU Women's Basketball. They're on an airplane right now on their way to Northern California. They got 3 games in the next 4 days. The team looks good. We had fun. It was a really good interview, so I'll play that in just a little bit. But for now, let me tell you about what's going on tonight at 6 o'clock. Tonight at 6 o'clock, LeGrand High School homecoming against Ontario. We'll live stream it right here on EOAlive, and then we will also share. It'll also be on the LeGrand High School Athletics and Activities page, and I'll be on the call. I'll do the live interactive stuff that I've been doing at all the home games, and I have a special guest at halftime there too. I'm a busy dude today. Stu Spence from LeGrand Parks and Rec is going to join me at halftime. We ain't going to talk anything city or park related. We're just going to talk football. He's a huge LHS fan. He's the loudest dude in the stands, and he's exciting, and he's got a lot of passion, so we'll talk with him at halftime today. All right, now that I'm through with all my let's go. Where do you want to start?
Just overall, I feel like baseball this season was nuts. It was nice coming back to normal, having fans in the stands. I got to go to some games this year, so that was great. But I think this year has been crazy. After last year with how it just didn't seem like anyone was really into the season. So many players opted out and they didn't want to play because it was just the shortened season that no one could really get into. I think that just, this whole entire season's been fun to watch, been nice seeing everyone get back into it. But then going into the postseason, it's been absolutely a crazy postseason. Either pitchers have been absolutely on fire or batters have been absolutely on fire, and it's been fun to watch. I've watched so many games this October so far, and it's been quite a show.
Yeah. What's up, Randy? What's up? Let's before we get into the postseason, let's just do it. I mean, we probably won't do another baseball show before the end of the World Series. Maybe we'll see. Let's give out our awards first.
Awards, huh? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Want to start in the National League or American League?
Start American League.
We're gonna start on your side of the ball, huh? Let's go Rookie of the Year.
Ooh,
that's a tough one for me because I didn't really pay attention to too many rookies this year. I did last year because of Cronenworth, but
yeah. I think that I think there's 2 pitchers in the running for it. I know for sure that Luis Garcia. He's one of our rookie pitchers. He's in the running for it. He did extremely well this season. But I sadly don't know if he's going to get it because of the fact that there was a couple rookie I think there's a rookie third baseman. I can't remember his name.
You got me on this one.
I know.
I didn't follow rookies much. What about Luis Robert? Did he have a good year?
Luis Robert had a really good year.
So he's got to be right. He's got to be right there, right?
I don't know if they're considering this like his rookie season.
Yeah, he's a rookie.
Okay,
he is.
Okay, I could see him getting it then. He was really, really good, and he was incredible to watch. I mean, kind of going into a touch of the postseason. I mean, the Astros played the White Sox in the division series, and he was absolutely phenomenal. They couldn't get him out. No matter what we did, we just couldn't get him out. He was finding a way to get on base no matter what, and it was quite impressive. So I would bet that he's in the running for it, and if not, going to be the winner then.
Like I said, I didn't really pay too close of attention to rookies, especially in the American League. So what happened on that? The rookie of the year from the year before was Kyle Lewis, right?
It was Kyle Lewis, yes.
What happened to him?
He got injured.
He did, huh? He was out almost all year.
Yeah, he's out most of the year. He got injured, and
I have a stack of his rookie cards that are graded, like, I don't know, 20 of them, and I think like 7 of them are 10s from the UK.
Really?
UK Tops version, because it's an investment, you know what I mean? And
yeah,
hopefully he comes back and does
it. Gets back going again.
Gosh, man. All right, so let's move on to the next award. Let's go. Let's just go Cy Young. I mean, what else are we going to give? Cy Young and MVP?
Yeah.
Cy Young, American League.
Cy Young is, I mean, you're looking at Shohei. Shohei was.
You can't win them both, though.
I know. Well, I mean, he's either getting. I mean, MVP is gonna be pretty close between him and Vladdy. So, I think that for Cy Young, I think it's gonna be pretty close with Shohei. You'd like to see people from your own team get it, but I don't think any of us are getting it this year. Lance McCullers was great this year. He was really great to watch, and I don't know. I think that Shohei's just up there. He was phenomenal on both sides this year. He just was on fire. So I could see him getting a Cy Young. Other AL pitchers that killed it this year. I mean, NL just dominated though. I mean, all of that is ridiculous. I just think Shohei's gonna get it. He's gonna get either that or MVP. If he gets both, then what a stud. I mean, he's already shown this year that he can do everything. So that was fun to. Who's the last one that won both? Roger Clemens? Has anybody won it since then? I don't think
Didn't
so.
Clemens win the MVP in '86? I know Clemens won an MVP.
Yeah.
And he probably won. I mean, but that was just a straight pitcher.
Yeah.
Shohei's going to win the MVP because he did both, probably. Yeah. And he didn't. I don't think he pitched enough games to win the Cy Young.
I thought he did.
Did he?
I think he did.
Oh, that I don't know what that means. I don't think we are live. Let me check real fast. Keep talking.
Okay. MVP wise, yeah, you're looking at Shohei, or you're looking at either Shohei or Vladdy Guerrero. So he's been also really good. He was clutch at first base. He did everything that he needed to do to switch from third base to first base. Put a good year in for it. And it was a lot of fun to watch. And then Shohei, look what he did too. He was absolutely on fire, and no matter what he did, it's like you couldn't slow him down. So that was a lot of fun to watch, both of them.
I'm confused. Are we live or are we not? What happened? It says we are.
It's live, but I'm not. There's no video of you coming through.
It's just sitting there on the. Yeah, I know.
Yeah. So, do this. Go to. So go to Facebook. Go to that. Okay, and then edit.
You are live.
Edit. Okay. Now unclick Facebook for a minute and say remove.
Okay. Save.
And save changes. Okay. Now go back to edit and add Facebook again. And
Oh yeah.
let's see if that.
I better say you can see it.
Oh, he's on YouTube. They can see us on YouTube, but not on Facebook. Okay, I see. So hang on, people on Facebook. We're trying to figure it out if you can hear me. YouTube people, will pick it right back up as soon as
Okay, so
we get this figured out.
Now you're.
Oh, there we
Yep,
go.
Yep.
There we go. We're live now. Here we go. So we aren't gonna go back in time and try to figure out where we'll just figure out where we were at. So my MVP, Shohei. Pretty simple.
Yeah.
I mean, it's there's not really nobody's done it since Babe Ruth. Not like him.
Yeah.
You know, we're gonna see that more.
Oh yeah. I think as you get all these players that are just trying to, well, I mean, all these young guys are coming up. They're going to try to do both no matter what and try to change the game when it comes to this being a normal thing and not just something that's super rare like it was.
Yeah,
you know?
it's going to be very normal. It's really normal in college.
Yeah.
Well, not really normal, but it's more normal. You know, like there's guys that pitch and play in the field, and that's the reality of it.
Yeah.
Do you think that guys that do that should get paid double? Like,
No.
do you think they should have 2 contracts?
No. I don't think they should personally, because then, I mean, I don't know. I feel like that's just, you're getting paid to play baseball. That's already a dream in itself. So, you know, at that point, if you're going to play baseball, you're either going all in and you're not. So,
what about the wear and tear, though? Like, if you look at like a $30 million pitcher, right?
Yes.
So they're pitching every 5 days,
mm-hmm.
you know, and then you look at a day-to-day player, right? They get every 5th day off, right? Or so, you know, like, especially like the Padres, for instance, they rotate their guys. They give their guys days off.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, they make however much amount. Well, a guy that's pitching every 5 days and then hitting or playing in the field on the off days of not pitching, he's not only putting the wear and tear on his arm then, but he's also putting the wear and tear on his arm in the field and on his body.
Yeah.
You don't think they should be compensated extra?
Mostly just DH?
Yeah, for the most part. But still, I mean, it's
not giving you rest like you normally get. Like, you're not getting your 4 days where your arm can relax and, you know, no matter what you're putting the tension on it because you're swinging the bat, you know, that's something.
Well, it would be like if you had an employee here, like that worked on the weekends, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it would be like paying them the same as somebody that worked on the weekends and during the week.
Well, they're getting paid no matter what.
Well, yeah.
They're getting paid for their hours.
Yeah.
They're getting paid their tips.
But the baseball players don't get paid hourly. They get paid salary.
But if you look at the salary and you break it down based on the hours, they're still making.
But Shohei don't make what he's worth.
Not yet.
You think? He'll be the highest paid player.
He'll be
baseball.
Very high.
Like, he's going to get a ridiculous contract, which is going to show, you know, basically show that if you're going to play both, if you're going to do both, you're going to get paid.
Yeah.
Especially if you're going to do it at a high level.
I don't think you're getting paid double, but you're going to get paid.
Yeah, you're going to get
good,
paid, bro.
like he has shown that he is very good. He's going to get a fat contract.
Yeah,
He'll be enjoying that life here soon.
Eastern Oregon Alive Sports with Kody Guentert. Did I say that right?
Guentert.
Dude, I don't even say my own name right sometimes. People know that. Like, I'm butchering it. Like Khaki, the coach of the volleyball coach.
Yeah.
Finally, I just said, can I just call it? Can I not try to remember the hyphen? And she said, absolutely. Like, I can't. I mix them up. I say the wrong name. It's like, it's just one of those things. So now I guess we'll go to the National League.
You're gonna know more about the National League, other than pitching wise. I've watched quite a bit of that.
I mean,
Rookie of the year.
Rookie of the year. I'm trying to rack my brain. You guys can help us with that. Who's your Rookie of the Year in the National League? I'm trying to remember who are the rookies. It's not really my. I mean, I followed it last year because of like I said. Cronenworth. I'm gonna look it up. I'm gonna see who's the front runners for National League Rookie of the Year. Who do you got, Code? Rookie of the Year, Adolis Garcia. That's
for who does he play for?
No idea. Jonathan India. Is that a National Leaguer? American League. Rangers. Okay, so that's American League. And then let's look nationally. Jonathan India for the Reds. What do you guys think about that? Jonathan India, Trevor Rogers, left-handed pitcher for the Marlins. I don't really know these guys, so I guess those are the top two, according to ESPN. What about Cy Young? Let's do Cy Young nationally. I mean, that's an easy one, dude. It's like, duh. Go ahead.
I mean, like, look at Corbin Burns. He was ridiculous this year. And you got Scherzer.
That's my pick.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think that the truth is, I think that Scherzer's going to get it. But
I hate him in blue. I hate him in blue. It's disgusting.
He
oh, it made me so mad. I shared a post on Chucklehead Universe that talking about the chart. The Padres were like right there. Like, yeah, it came out and Padres right close to signing Scherzer, and then like half an hour later, Dodgers signed Scherzer. I was like, "Are you kidding me? Really?"
I heard that. I actually read something saying that the Astros were interested too, but I honestly nothing against Max Scherzer. I didn't want Max Scherzer. I was like, we already have Justin Verlander, who was out the last 2 years, and we had Greinke, and I was like, we already have enough money on our payroll where I'd rather not have that, and we can make room for some of these young guys that are making a huge difference on the team, and that we can maybe get them more money and get them to stay.
Absolutely,
but I think Scherzer's going to win it, and then. But, you have to give credit to Corbin Burns. He was so good this year. He came out, and it was –
definitely – early on, he was unhittable.
Yeah.
I mean, early on, he was like – and then Scherzer at the end.
Unhittable.
Oh, my gosh.
Ridiculous.
He was ridiculous.
Wasn't he like a .71 ERA since he got to
the Dodgers?
To the Dodgers,
yeah. Like, oh, here, put me in LA. I'm already the best pitcher in the league. I mean, he's what, 3 Cy Youngs? I mean, he's won 2 with the Nationals and 1 with Detroit, or vice versa. And he's pitched, I mean, in both the American League and the National League. Dude's been phenomenal.
Do you feel bad for Detroit a little bit? They get these guys that are so good, and as soon as they go somewhere else, they just like step their game from here to this year.
It's kind of like the Padres, dude. Like back in the days, like we had guys like Sandy Alomar, Roberto Alomar, guys that we just ship away. I mean, dude, we traded Ozzie Smith for Gary Templeton straight across. Straight across. Now, Gary Templeton was a good shortstop, but he's not the Wizard. You know what I mean? Like, so the sad song of the Detroit beat us in the World Series too. So I don't feel bad for Detroit at all, not even a little bit. Let's talk about MVP in the National League. Gosh, that's a tough one.
Well, it's just like I said though. This year has been crazy when it comes to these. Like everyone has been like, not everyone, okay, but there's been so many standout players that it's been a really fun year just to watch baseball. Even if you're like watching some games that like your team's not playing, and it's still fun to go just watch the game, and because it's like there was always something going on that it made it enjoyable to just sit down and listen to or watch baseball. And
what do you think, Mookie? I like Tatis, but I know he didn't have.
He's not getting it.
No, but
Mookie, I think that I'm wondering if Boston is just thinking, man, could we have just given him some money to have him stay?
They couldn't. They had too much money out already.
But to get rid of Mookie, man, I mean.
And could you imagine if Mookie was on Boston right now?
I don't even want to look at the series with Mookie.
Oh my god! I mean, Boston has, what do we say, the top 4 guys in the playoffs total bases wise?
Yep.
My goodness. And then Mookie's right. I think Mookie's 5th.
Yeah. And then
and he was a Red Sox. Wow. So MVP, National League, probably Mookie. If you guys want to chime in. Let me shout out Buffalo Peak again. Buffalo Peak Golf Course. And then we're doing this from BrotherBear Cafe. And if you see this right here, I don't know what flavor she put in it, but I get this. It's a sugar-free Monster, but then they put sugar-free syrup in it too. And They always put different flavors in for me, and I try to guess them, but I'm not good at it.
He gets it every once in a while. Most of the time, he doesn't get it right.
No, never. There's actually an EOU soccer player working right now, Mick Gregus. She's been on my show, and she made this drink, and they all make really good drinks, and the food is phenomenal. So if you haven't been to Brother Bear and you watch this, come check it out. It's legit. All right, so let's get into the playoffs. First though, let me talk about my disappointment. My Padres were a major disappointment this year. And I ain't gonna lie, we ended up under 500 with a team that was pretty dang stacked, if you ask me. I mean, when we looked at the rosters before the season, both Kody and I were like, "Man, this team is stacked." And he's not even a Padres fan, but he noticed it. And
They
what
went,
a letdown.
they went for it all. They they spent getting ready. They're like, we're going to the World Series this year. A bunch of teams did it, but like they were stand out. Like, look who we got. We are gonna we're making a push for it.
Oh, no doubt. And they
then,
spent a ton of money too.
And you're watching them, and you're like, what are you guys doing? What's going on? I felt
a ton of money.
Your pitching staff just.
It
was sad to see because when one was on, the other was off.
It was brutal. It was brutal.
It was rough.
It was brutal. So let's talk about the National League first, because we'll save that for after we'll save the American League for after the interview. What do we got? We got Braves,
Dodgers,
and Dodgers. So the biggest thing that sticks out to me is Braves are up
3-1.
So last year it was the exact same.
Yep.
Braves were up 3-1, and the Dodgers came back and beat them. Is that happening again this year?
I don't know. Only reason I say that is because the Braves, we've already been through this. So they know going into this game that we cannot give them any life. This game they're going into, Dodgers is a bullpen game. Last night was the bullpen game for the Braves, and they came out firing. They were like all in, and they did an excellent job. It was a fun game to watch.
How awesome was Rosario last night?
They're like, all he needs is a double.
Yeah.
And then he's like, you know what? Here you go.
he needs a double for the cycle, and he says, I'll just take a bomb.
Yeah. Was it a 2-run jack or a 3-run jack?
He ended up with how many RBIs?
It was like 5.
Total bases was like 12 or something. Wait, 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, 12 total bases in one game.
He was fun to watch, and it was honestly impressive. And the thing was that when he hit it, I was like, I think he's getting his double. I think he's gonna get the cycle right now. And then I saw it was who played in right field. Oh my goodness, it was
for the Dodgers.
Yeah, was it Pollock?
Yeah, I think.
Okay. And I was like, okay, he's not getting that.
No.
He's not going to get that. I'm like, it's going to bounce off the wall. He's getting his double no matter what. He'll probably just stop a second and be like, I got my cycle. I would go past that. And then I just saw it go. I was like, no way right now. He's like, nah. He's like, I don't care about the cycle right now. I'm just making this just.
Who was the last person to hit for a cycle in the playoffs?
Brock Holt.
Brock Holt. You knew that.
Red Sox.
I did not know that.
Yeah, that was in 2013, I think. Or 2014.
So it's been 8 years, 7 years.
Been a while. But he would have been the only second person to do it. Brock Holt's the only one. I was watching this on SportsCenter last night.
Holy mackerel!
So
wow,
he would have been the second person to ever get a cycle in postseason history. So
wow,
been pretty impressive.
Yeah.
But at that point, take your 2-run home run, make it to be 9. What was it 9-2?
Yeah.
No, take that and then go with that. I'd be totally fine getting the home run rather than a double, get a cycle. I know, yeah, your name's going down in history as being the second person to ever get a cycle, but at the same time, I want to win and I want to.
All right, so are the Braves gonna win this series?
Pitching for them tonight is Max Fried.
Yeah,
he's been electric. He's been.
So you think the Braves close it out tonight?
I mean, to be honest, I want to go to 7.
No, I just want the Dodgers gone.
I do too. I agree. Not a fan of the Dodgers, and so to see the Dodgers get eliminated tonight, that would be a pretty great Thursday night for me. I'm not gonna complain.
I'm not gonna get to watch it.
Oh yeah, you're working. Not me. I'll be watching the game at home. But if the Braves, if their offense stays hot, if Freddie Freeman, Eddie Rosario, and Adam Duvall, they all stay hot.
Duvall robbed a home run last night too. And
it was so close.
Well,
though.
yeah, it might not have been a bomb, but it
either way,
it was a heck of a catch.
It was a very good catch. And so if those guys stay hot and Max Fried comes out and he absolutely just dominates the game, I could see them taking it tonight.
I think the Braves have to win tonight.
If they lose tonight,
they're in trouble.
That gives all the momentum back to the Dodgers, and then they can do it all over again.
Dude, that Dodgers team, when they get hot, they got a lot of bats, bro.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. So, like, you can't. Like, you had to go in tonight. You have to think, if you're the Braves, I'm thinking you think that it's an elimination game for you. Not for them, but for you.
You're playing,
this is an elimination game for us. If we do not win tonight,
we're in trouble.
Then we're not going to go again for the second year in a row.
Hey, I love old Washington though, man. That guy, he's got his little stubby cigar after the game, you know, and he's old school. He's like Dusty Baker old school, you know, like these guys are like damn near 80. Yeah. They're coaching baseball. It's like, what are you guys doing?
You might as well, right?
Yeah,
stay around
something
the sport
to do,
that you
right?
love.
I guess.
At 80 years old, if I was coaching up in the big leagues, I'd be like, this is the life right here.
Yeah.
I'll die in this damn stadium right now.
Right. So I mean, I guess like when it comes down to it, I'm pushing for the Braves. I'm picking the Braves.
Oh, I'm absolutely picking the Braves. I think that they're going to take it tonight.
All right.
I think it'll be a good game, but I think they're going to take it tonight for sure.
So matchup wise, though, what do you think the best World Series would be? Like the best for the World Series? What team would be the best for baseball to come out of the National League? The Dodgers.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Just for ratings and
yeah.
But in the '90s, it would have been the Braves.
Yeah, but now it's the Dodgers.
Yeah, the Dodgers are like the Braves of the '90s. Really, I mean, because those '90s Braves, man, they were on TV every single day.
Yeah,
I mean, they might even still be. I don't know. I don't watch TV, but
yeah,
it's changed with with everything being streamed nowadays. But the Braves in the '90s, man, they made the playoffs every year. They won 2 World Series, maybe only one, but they were in the World Series a few times, and they were always in the playoffs. And Bobby Cox era, you know, and so I mean, I'd like to see the Braves get back there. That would be cool.
I think it'd be, yeah.
I like Freddie Freeman.
It drops my bracket. My bracket's already like shot, anyways.
Toasted.
Some of those games the series did not go how I expected. Honestly, I was kind of but it's been a great postseason so far. It's been extremely fun to watch.
Yeah. All right. So now I'm going to get to the interview. And when we come back from the interview, we're going to talk a little bit about the American League and what's going on in that series and our predictions for that. She is EOU senior on the women's basketball team. She's a guard. This is her 5th year. She's a total sweetheart. And here, I'll just go straight to it. This was recorded earlier today, and she's on a plane right now on her way to California. So here's Brandy Smith. Brandy, what's up?
What's up?
Nothing. So this is year 5. Like, are you graduated already?
I graduated with my undergrad, and now I'm doing my master's. So.
What are you doing your master's in?
In business. In
business. So I mean, essentially just like Max.
Yeah, exactly.
What do you want to do when you grow up?
I kind of want to do a lot of different things like real estate and just kind of pick up.
You want to make money.
I want to
stacks.
Yeah. I don't have one specific thing.
You just want to be a businesswoman.
Yeah, I want to be a businesswoman for sure.
Entrepreneur.
Yes, exactly.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with that. Chase your dreams.
Yes.
So what brought you to Eastern Oregon originally?
I didn't really know about Eastern Oregon before I was reached out to by our assistant coach, but they saw me play at state my senior year. We did pretty good in high school and kind of went on a run and made it to the state championship game. And then they reached out, and then I found out that I knew a lot of people that came here, and Mariah Swanson, who used to play on the basketball team, she went to the same high school as me at different time, of course, but it was really cool because I got to come here, and basketball was the main reason, but now that I'm here, I love it.
Yeah. So tell me a little bit about that. The first trip to the Valley, like what caught your eye? What, like what was the it factor?
Honestly, the campus, like I think like Quentin Coliseum and like the campus, and like learning about how small the classes were and how like close the community was. Like I think that is what sold it for me. Like I'm not from a super small community, or used to like this small town feel, but I think it's important for college, and I think that's what caught my eye was definitely like the hometown feel.
Yeah, that's one of the things that I love. That's why I moved back, is because I
Mhm.
love the people here. I love, and then you get the bonus of living in one of the beautifulest places on the planet.
Mhm.
I mean, we're completely surrounded by mountains. You got Anthony Lakes, you got Wallowa Lake, you have all this stuff. And if you like nature and you like the outdoors, this is a really good place to be.
No, it really is. Yeah, I like it a lot. I love it. Yeah.
So let's talk a little bit more about you, and then we'll move into basketball. Where are you going to go when you're done with school? Like, do you have plans?
I haven't decided exactly where yet. I'm kind of just going with the flow and seeing what jobs or internships come about. But yeah, I don't really have a plan as far as like I'm gonna go this place. I'm pretty open to moving wherever a career takes me. So
I
yeah,
like to hear that. You're young. You're young. You don't need to have a plan yet.
yeah,
Live life, right?
live life.
Absolutely. So basketball wise, this is your 5th year.
hmm
Um, just like, so let's talk about your goals for this year. Like, this is your last basketball season. I mean, probably ever.
Yeah,
And do you have any certain goals for this year?
yeah. I mean, I'd love for our team to make it to the CCC championship again, of course, and I'd love to go to nationals. It's been 2 years now since I've been, and it's been a long wait. So I think that we're definitely due for another trip over to nationals. And I just want to kind of start a streak again, start our home game winning streak, and just kind of end the year leaving some type of a mark as a team.
What about so like your team goals are obviously a CCC championship, I
Yes,
would
yes.
hope. And then after that, national. I mean, I want to hear you say it. What's the team goals?
The team goals, we haven't sat down and actually set them yet, but if I'm being completely honest, they're probably going to be the same as they are every year, which is to make it as far as we can in nationals. Of course, that's the goal every single year. But we like to focus on kind of the now, and to get to nationals, we have to make it far in the CCC. And we have some tough competitors this year, like LC State joined, and things were kind of weird last year with playing them. And so yeah, we're definitely gonna have to battle and Bushnell, and like all these teams are stepping the game up, so we're gonna definitely have to step the game up this year.
Yeah. So this year, last year was a COVID year, right? Like, it was really weird.
Really weird.
Um, are you looking forward to this year and having people in the stands and like it kind of getting back to normal?
Oh yeah, it makes a huge difference. Like some of the games we had last year they didn't feel like games. When there's nobody in the crowd at a basketball game, it's like just an awkward scrimmage or practice that all you can hear is your coach yelling at you.
Right. Yeah. And the refs can hear you too. That's the other problem. Like,
Yeah,
I noticed that, like, you see the refs like looking like they're hearing stuff that they don't usually hear.
they really don't. No.
It was really awkward for me too. Like, I mean, at games, like, just sitting there, like, up, like, usually I would sit on press row or closer to the players, and it was like sitting way up in the top by myself. And then at football, same thing. Like, I was the only person in the stands at football games besides the camera people.
Yes.
It was so
Awkward.
weird.
Yeah. No, it's
Um,
been a weird year.
what about so when we talk about EOU, like, you're obviously, you've been here for a while.
Yeah.
What, like, so school wise, do you get good grades?
I get pretty good grades, yeah.
Yeah, I think pretty much everybody on the women's basketball team probably gets a good grade. The EOU as a whole, athletic wise, they have like a really high GPA.
We do, yeah. Like last year, I can't remember what it was, but it was above a 3.0,
Yeah,
3.4 or something,
it's
maybe.
something crazy. Like it's real high. You guys are going to California today.
Yes.
So when this plays, I'm gonna air this at 1:30. I'll say it. I don't care. I'm gonna do my show live today, and I'm gonna air this at 1:30.
Mhm.
And you'll be on the bus, or no, you'll be on an airplane. I forgot. You guys are high class.
Yes.
So you guys are flying to California, and you're gonna play what? 3 games?
3 games, yes.
In 4 days. What else are you guys gonna do down there? You got to do some fun stuff.
Yeah, we found out yesterday that we might get the chance to go if we want to go to watch the Warriors game on Sunday. So
Who are they playing?
I think the Kings, but if I'm wrong, then I'm sorry.
You like the Warriors?
Not necessarily, but I think that it would be a cool experience either way to go watch them. Yeah, when we went to
Who's
Dallas.
your team?
What was that?
Who's your team?
See, I don't really have like teams. I just like people.
Who?
I love LeBron, and I've been a day one. I've been a day one, so I have to say that. But
LeBron, I'm a Lakers fan.
A Lakers fan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know who else I really, really, really like? So my favorite player ever is Iverson. Yeah. Iverson's my dude. I'm old, but I really like Lou Williams. Mm-hmm. I love Sweet Lou. Like he's one of my favorite of all time as well. And then of course Showtime Lakers. I mean, like Magic, Kareem, all those old guys. Kobe. My grandmother was a huge Kobe fan, and so we didn't have a team in San Diego when I was a kid. So the closest team to us was LA, and
grew up watching them. Yeah.
So you guys are gonna get a chance to see like Steph and Klay Thompson and
yeah. I do like Klay Thompson. I tend to like the shooters. I love watching the shooters, and I
You're a guard.
I love watching Ray Allen growing up, and just they're just so fun to watch.
If Ray Allen doesn't hit that shot, LeBron has one less ring.
Exactly.
It's crazy, huh? To think of it like that. I think they were playing the Spurs, right?
I think so. Yeah.
I don't remember for sure, but Ray Allen is one of the best pure shooters ever to play the game.
Yeah. No. Yeah. We'll get to see all those guys hopefully.
That's going to be awesome.
Yeah.
And so, what's the caliber of these teams that we're playing in California? Are they pretty top-notch teams?
We have. I don't think we've played UC Merced, who are playing tomorrow. I don't think we've played them since I've been here. So, but they have some height on us for sure.
Yeah, we're not very tall.
Yeah, that's going to be our weakness this year, but I also think that we can use it to our strength as well because we can run and we definitely like to transition. So if we can transition on them, and then we won't have to play a lot of half court ball with them. So good. I think that tomorrow will be tough just because of the height issue, but I really don't think it'll be an issue if we can play our best basketball. And then Simpson, we usually play every year, and it's usually just a tough game because it's the beginning of the year, and everyone's still figuring it out. But I'm not sure how they are this year. We haven't talked much about scouting them, but and then William Jessup, we haven't played them since my freshman year, and they were pretty good, if I remember right. They're kind of an LC State where they were at NAIA D1, and now we're all just together. So
right, it crammed everything back to it's we must have like a contract with like William Jessup and Simpson because we pretty much play them in every sport.
Yeah, kind of weird, but.
Soccer plays them. Men's basketball, I think, will play them. Women's basketball, I think there must be some sort of like relationship there.
There has to be a connection or something.
You know what I love the most about traveling in college for athletics?
What?
Food.
Oh yeah.
Like going to different places to eat that I'd never been. One of the things that I like to do even now is I'll go to like a town that I don't know,
Uh-huh.
and I'll just find somebody, some random person. I'll
Oh yeah.
try to find somebody that lives there, and I'll say, hey, if you show me like the coolest little homely place that there is, I'll buy your food and your beer for you.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and it ends up you end up getting some pretty good experiences. The food though on trips is always like was one of my favorites. Really.
Yeah. Did you guys get to choose to go to places like that?
What?
You guys got to choose to go to like hometown places like that?
Yeah. Well, like if we were so for instance, we would go to Vegas, right?
Yeah.
For baseball.
Mm-hmm.
And we would play UNLV in the fall. And numerous times we would have to drive ourselves. We didn't have a bus. I mean, I was at a junior college.
Yeah.
And we would have free time, you know, and we would just go find people and say, hey, show us around, like give us an experience. And that was part of the fun of it, you know?
Yeah.
So the question that I like to ask everybody at the very end, and I'll get you out of here so you can get your stuff together and get on the road, is pretend that I'm a senior in high school. I'm a women's basketball player. I'm a senior in high school. Angie puts me in front of you. Recruit me to EOU.
Recruit you?
Yeah. Why should Doddsy come play basketball at EOU?
Doddsy should come play basketball at EOU because it's a once-in-a-lifetime experience. I think that you can't get the hometown experience and the feel that women's basketball team brings. Everybody in the town supports women's basketball, and everybody in the town supports every sport, but especially women's basketball, we have the best boosters. We have the best coach. She's super successful. We have the best supporters, and she pushes you to be your best, whether it's in basketball, it's in school, in life. Like she's taught me so many lessons since I've been here, and I definitely am thankful for it. So Doddsy should come to be an EOU women's basketball player for sure.
Eastern Oregon. She's EOU women's basketball senior guard. Brandy Smith. I'm Doddsy. We're out. I appreciate you. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
All right. We're back. We are back. We're back. That was a fun interview, man. I was going to count up how many college kids that I've interviewed since I started EOAlive Sports, and I'll bet you it's close to 100.
That's a lot.
It's a lot, dude.
I've seen quite a bit of them. It's a lot.
It's a lot. But you know what? I love it, dude. And I've done a lot of high school kids too. High school is a little harder, especially high school males. Dude, high school males are really hard to talk to, Kody. Like you have to like beat them to get information out of them. Like it's one of those things where it's just like, dude, come on, like give me a little. I'll spend 15, 20 minutes before I even hit the record button with a high school male, just trying to get them, you know,
talk a little bit.
Yeah, dude, it's bad. So let's give a little sponsor love, and then we'll move into the American League, what we think is going to go on, and talk a little bit about this series. Buffalo Peak Golf Course. Dana's killing it. His team, they're solid out there, man. They 18 holes in a cart for $30, like in the fall. How do you beat that? 18 holes in a cart for $30 at an 18-hole course like that? You can't beat it. Buffalo Peak Golf Course. Meet me at the Peak. And then let's talk a little bit about BrotherBear real quick. Fridays, biscuits and gravy. Fire. These bear claws on Tuesdays and Thursdays usually, right?
Yeah.
Man, Kody takes biscuit dough and he puts cream cheese and meat into these biscuits. Sometimes like maple, blueberry, whatever. I mean, there's all kind. You throw the kitchen sink in those things, and there's people that just come here to get those. That's it. Yeah, they're fire.
They're good.
They're fire.
Grab and go, easy.
I can't say anything about the coffee because I don't drink coffee, but you can.
Oh, great coffee. It's roasted locally. Gentleman that's roasted it, he's roasted for a very long time. I would put it around 20 years. And his coffee's fantastic, and we make good stuff. I drink it every single day. So
let me tell them about the environment here too. Like it's like it's a combination of like the old school dudes and EOU. Like I'll walk in here on a Wednesday or a Thursday morning, right after my live show in the morning, and there'll be a table full of old schoolers, but there'll also be a couple college kids and family over here, and the environment's just it's really good, and there's always a lot of good conversation. It's almost like a barbershop. Brother Bear, I mean, get down here and try it if you haven't tried it. Let's get back to baseball.
Yes, sir.
Let's get back to baseball. American League.
One thing, if it's okay.
Fire it off.
My brother, who's watching us on YouTube right now, out of Denver, Colorado, he wanted to point something out from our talk earlier. We were talking about pitchers and everything.
Oh yeah. Which we did not talk about.
Midway through the season, there was the crackdown on substance use and stuff like the pine tar, whatever it was, the whatever they were finding things that they could shove in their glove, put on their hat, to give them that advantage. They cracked down on it, and that's, he pointed out that that's what you saw a lot of these aces that had like a 1.5 ERA and below jump up 2, 3, and 4 because.
I don't think it was because they were necessarily using substances, though. I think it's because they were frustrated, like mentally. Like I think it was more of a mental thing, because there's a certain pitcher, and he made a video about it, and I'm not going to say his name because he's a turd, but you can take rosin from the rosin bag, right?
And mix it with
sweat, and you get basically paste.
Yeah.
So it's like, I mean, the whole that I get it. There was a change in numbers, but I don't think it was because a bunch of players were putting Vaseline or had an emery board in their glove.
No, I mean,
it's not like back in the 70s when Raleigh Fingers would come out with Vaseline dripping off his mustache. You know what I mean? Like, or he had a razor blade in his glove so he could put a cut on the ball. I think it was more like these guys were frustrated because there was an agreement with baseball. You know that, right? The Players Association in baseball agreed that they weren't going to institute a rule like that in the middle of the season, and baseball did it anyways.
Okay.
And so I think a lot of the pitchers were frustrated mentally. Like, hey, man, you saw, I think it was Scherzer that dropped
First
his
one
pants.
That was just dropping his pants.
He's
like taking his shirt off.
I mean, that affects you mentally. So there might have been some guys putting something on the ball, but the reality of it is man, dude, back in the days, these guys were, I mean, even when I pitched, Kody, if I was a starter, right? They give you a game ball to warm up with, right? What do you think I did to that thing? First thing, I raised those seams with my teeth. Bit the seams all the way around so those seams were up off the ball so I could get a good grip on it. You know what I mean? Like nowadays, they in major
going
league,
through how many balls a game? Isn't it? Oh,
in high or in major leagues?
Major leagues.
Oh, 28, I think. Or
it's
no,
like,
it's more than that. It's more than that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, every single foul ball is gone. Every single only a ground ball, they toss it.
Yeah, I don't think
only ones they keep are the flyouts and stuff.
Yeah, it's some astronomical number, and I just don't think that was really the cause of the numbers to go up for pitchers.
I don't think for everybody. I think for a few pitchers, it definitely.
I'm sure there was a few.
Absolutely. I mean, you look at like I watched the interview with it, but like Garrett Cole, like they like he voiced his opinions highly on it, and he's just like, it just helps me grip the ball better and stuff, and I believe in it, and he found the rule to be ridiculous, and I understand it to a degree of like, hey, you know what, this is how you pitched your whole entire career.
What was he using?
It was that one that the manager or one of the coaches for was it LA, the not the Dodgers, but like Anaheim.
Yeah.
Had like helped him make like a substance that like worked for him and stuff. I think he worked with a few pitchers like Scherzer and I think he even said Verlander. They said that like they had like that he helped them like make substances that worked for them better or whatever it was. I can't remember, but
I don't get it. Like, dude, like the reality of it is like it's not that much of an advantage. Yeah. It really isn't. Dude.
No, I think that if you already have a filthy slider, it's not going to be that much filthier because you have some
goo on your finger,
yeah.
Or some spit. Like
you're gonna spit on it anyway.
Yeah, it's like, dude, come on, like, or even like Vaseline. I mean, what does that do? Really. It just changes the rotation a little bit. The reality of it is, if somebody's like cutting a ball, that's different.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or scuffing it, like taking the emery board, for instance, and putting a scuff mark. Yeah, that makes the ball do weird stuff. But like sticky substances, like, come on, man.
Yeah.
Get out of here with that. All right, let's talk about the ALCS.
All right. Absolutely.
Your garbage bangers. You knew I was gonna say that.
Absolutely.
It had to. I mean, everybody.
I was ready for those comments, and it's fine.
After the first few games, I was like, man, they might be on the phone with like Hefty ordering some new cans after the.
No, I think that this series has been fun to watch, stressful to watch, and it's been I don't know. It's been a series. Absolutely crazy. The first game was the only close game.
Yeah.
First game, it was 5-4. Astros took it. And that was thanks to Carlos Correa and Jose Altuve, which they get booed the most. So I'm sure they loved it. They were in Minute Maid, though, and that makes a difference. But then you look at game 2, and what did I say here? Boston took that one 9-5. And it wasn't like, oh, like it was close, and then like they took off towards the end. No, it was they gave up a grand slam in the first inning,
a grand slam
in the second inning. And I'm gonna tell you right now, I don't think my household has heard that many cuss words come out of my mouth in that short time.
What, your dogs?
Just like I just couldn't believe it. That was a hard game to watch, and I'm telling you right now that it was nice to see these last couple of games with the Astros and have their pitchers finally get a little more comfortable and get their groove back, you know, because game 2 and 3, that was unbelievable. 3 grand slams in 2 games.
Yeah.
Unheard of. That is crazy.
That was like that Padres streak where they hit like 5 games in a row or 6 games in
unbelievable.
A row, where they got the nickname Slam Diego.
Yeah. Man.
The Astros starting pitching in the first 3 games or 4 games, what was it, 20.75 ERA or something like that?
Their starters, none of them went over 2 innings. None of their starters
except for
the first game they got to 2
innings.
Oh,
that's right.
Pitched. Exactly.
So but this last game they did.
This last game, Framber Valdez came out.
Was the first game.
Oh man, he did past. 8 innings. Oh, solid. He was solid.
He's a lefty, right?
He's lefty.
Yeah.
He has a his sinker is a beaut, and his curveball is nasty. He came out last night and he was in the zone. They kept going back and they talked about it later. You were a pitcher, so you could probably, attest to this a little bit, but they were talking about like John Schmaltz and Joe Buck were talking about how like every pitcher's different, like between innings. You have the guys that will put themselves in the solitude by themselves and they like just like meditate and think. And then you have the pitchers that like standing up there, they're like talking to everybody. They're just enjoying their time. But they like focused in on Framber Valdez in between the 7th and 8th inning, which was a 40 minutes between the 7th and 8th inning of him pitching. So he didn't pitch a ball for 40 minutes. And so they're like, well, at this time, are you timing it? Are you like, okay, well, if he goes past this time, we're not putting him back in.
Right. You got to, arm preservation.
You got to, yeah. And they kept him in, but they talked about it for a little bit. But he was just sitting there. He had his eyes closed, and you could just see him like just in his head. He's just thinking about what's going on, how he's absolutely dominated the game so far. Can he get another inning out of it? And it was impressive to watch. It was a very good game for him, and I enjoyed it thoroughly.
So moving forward with it, what's the keys for how do the Astros pull this off?
Well, tomorrow our starter is Luis Garcia, possible Rookie of the Year. Let's go. Luis Garcia is the starter. His last game, which was game
2.
Is game 2. That was he went. I think he went 1 2/3 innings, and they pulled him because he said, "Okay, this can be a discussion anywhere, but he said it was knee discomfort. His knee. He said that he tweaked something. But to be fair, when you give up,
how many runs did he give up?
He
gave up both the grand slams.
He didn't give up both grand slams.
He gave up one of them.
He gave up 1 grand slam, and then 2 out of the 4 on base were towards
Were
him.
his,
So,
yeah. So he had what? 6 of those runs were
6
his.
of the runs were his, and it was not it was not a good start for
No,
him.
hey, my knee hurts too after that.
Yeah, absolutely.
My knee, both knees, my arm, like, coach.
I'm out. But I think that this one is that luckily last night, I think what helped was that, I mean, when your starter makes it through 8 innings, you're solid. You're keeping your bullpen fresh. They had worked hard the night before, and when we got the win that night, and so thanks to like that 7-run 9th inning, that's what that killed it. That was awesome for us. But honestly, I think that with Framber Valdez pitching 8 full innings last night, that gave our bullpen a chance to get some rest. But I mean, plus today too. So like that helps a ton. And we only had to we didn't even put in our closer because it wasn't necessary, and he could use a day off too. And so we have guys that are going to have 2 full days of rest. And if Luis Garcia comes out and if he can give us at least 4 or 5, I don't think anyone's going to complain. If he can keep us in the game with 4 or 5 innings pitched, that's going to be huge for us, because our bullpen has showed that they can keep us in the game. You know, like they've come out strong. Most of the runs haven't come from our bullpen. Most of the runs have come from our stars in the first 2 innings.
Yeah.
Red Sox have just come out and they've been so patient at the plate. They, like, I think what got me the most was that we're getting them down 0-2. And you're like, okay, cool. Now you just got to get one more pitch, knock them out. And then they come back and there's full count. They walk them, or they absolutely crush them.
No, hey, the Red Sox have been hitting the crap out of the ball.
Kike Hernandez has been unbelievable to watch, breaking 3 records now
at least
in the postseason.
He's been on fire.
Absolutely, and
which is weird because it's Kike Hernandez. It's like,
but he comes out and he was, that ball's coming out, and it's like instead of a baseball, it's a beach ball. He's like, look at that.
No, it's Earth right now to him. It's not even that thing's coming like a planet.
It's ridiculous.
Sometimes they come at you like BBs. If you've ever hit, you'd know this. Sometimes the baseball looks like a little teeny BB, and sometimes it looks like a beach ball or Earth. Kiki's seeing beach balls in Earth right now.
I don't know. The last 2 games, we've finally done something with them.
Well, you can't keep that up forever.
Oh, no.
My goodness.
Absolutely not.
Was unconscious.
I think that's one of the things I know, because I like to listen to the commentators too, because you get a lot of information from these guys that pitch for John Schmaltz.
Yeah, of course.
Amazing pitcher, and he's just talking. He's like what he had said after the first 3 games. He's like the Red Sox have not had 1 broken bat in the first 3 games, which means that you're not trying to rush. You're not trying to get him inside. You're not trying to steer him off the plate a little bit. Like you're throwing it right where they want it. And at that point, it's like, well, that's number one, a great point. And so you're sitting there like, okay, well, how can we change that? We need to pitch him inside.
Yeah.
And that's what they did game 4 against Kike Hernandez. And he went 1 for 5 that night. And then last night he went 0 for 4.
Yeah, that's not.
And so that means that he went
0 for 4 and he's still hitting like 400.
Yeah, like I think he's hitting 442 still after going 1 for 9 in 2 games. He's still at 442. That means that you absolutely raked in the first 3. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's crazy. So to
win it, we have.
What's your prediction? I mean, obviously you're gonna pick the Stros, but
yeah, you know what? If we keep the momentum that we have and we get some good, if Luis Garcia can put out, like I said, 4 or 5 innings and he can keep us in the game, then I think that we could take it tomorrow.
Right there tomorrow. Yeah.
Yeah, I think we could. But if he comes out and he gives up 6 runs in the first inning, 1 2/3 innings, then
you got to pray that.
Then you got to you can't do that.
No.
And if our offense can stay hot, then we could take it tomorrow. But if Boston comes back and they get it, then it's going to be a very intense Game 7.
Right.
But honestly, I think that tomorrow will be a close game. I think that I'm going to say Astros take it 6-4.
6-4?
6-4.
All right, let's talk about this before we get out of here. If Atlanta wins the National League Championship Series, who's the MVP of the NLCS?
if Eddie Rosario keeps up the way he is, it's going to Eddie Rosario. But at the
Okay.
same time, you look at Freddie Freeman, and Freddie Freeman's. But all of them have put in great. Like all of them have been great. Freddie Freeman's been great at first base. But then you got Adam Duvall. Adam Duvall's been so clutch when they needed him to be clutch.
Yep.
But at the exact same time, Eddie Rosario's a great outfielder. He's fast. He's been doing great. But at the same time, his bat's been so hot, and he's. I don't know.
It's a tough one. What about Dodgers if they win? Who's the MVP?
Mookie Betts.
Yeah, it's
Absolutely Mookie Betts.
All right, let's move to the American League and then we'll get out of here. If Boston wins,
Kike.
even if he has 2 rough games, yeah,
You can go against that.
Damn.
What
What about Strohs?
if the Stros take it? Consistency wise, like Kyle Tucker's been so consistent. I don't know if we talked about this at all, but like after starting in May, he's had the highest numbers out of like everyone offensive wise.
Yeah, we've talked about it off camera lots.
Like he's been just so good, and so like if you look at consistency wise, yeah, Kyle Tucker. But like for the big moments, like you think of like Altuve or Correa. But at the exact same time, just consistency wise, I think that like if you're looking at like art, I think that Kyle Tucker, I can see Kyle Tucker get.
Okay, last prediction: your 2 teams for the World Series. How many games? And who the World Series MVP is? And then we'll get out of here.
I think World Series will go 7 games.
Who's going to be there?
I think the Astros and the Braves are going to be there. Honestly, I've talked to Mick about this. If the Dodgers come back and win it, I think that the best World Series to watch would be Astros versus Dodgers because that's bringing up bad blood from 2017.
Yeah, really.
So that's
going
to be very intense games. But if I don't know if they will, but I think that Atlanta's going to take it. So if I'm going based on my predictions, I think Atlanta and Astros will be playing the World Series. I think that it will go to 7 games, especially with Atlanta, like knowing that they've been the underdog this whole entire time. And if you go with that mentality, then you fight really hard, and that puts in for good games. I think that Astros taking it all, though. Absolutely.
Who's the MVP?
MVP of the World Series?
Yeah.
You know what? I'm going to go with the people, the one that everyone hates the most, Jose Altuve.
The Mighty Mouse?
Yep.
The little tapper?
You know that he didn't even know who that was?
He didn't?
He didn't even know who that was.
Oh.
Dusty
That's his
Baker.
nickname.
Yeah, but Dusty Baker, like, I guess they had that discussion.
Huh.
He's like, everyone calls me that, but what's it even mean?
It's the
And
little
Dusty's like, are you
mouse that
serious?
flies
And then
around.
so he told him about what it was.
Nice. All right, so tonight, 6 o'clock, LeGrand versus Ontario. It's a homecoming. I'll be on the call. It'll be right here on EOAlive TV. It'll be on the Grand High School Athletics and Activities page. Tomorrow, I'm going to stream the homecoming parade. That's at 5 o'clock. That'll start at Globe Furniture, and it'll work its way down towards 4th Street on Adams. Tune into it. There's volleyball this weekend at EOU. Friday night at 7, Saturday at 5. Go up there to Quinn and support these ladies. They're an awesome team. And let me thank Buffalo Peak Golf Course one more time. Dana and his team, man, go out there. Meet me at the Peak. 18 holes in a cart for $30. You can't beat it.
Great place.
We did this show live today from BrotherBear Cafe. We talked some baseball because I wanted to talk baseball, and I don't ever get to talk baseball on my show because I really just cover local. And Johnny and I used to talk on the ball game show all the time, baseball, but we did it right here from BrotherBear back in the back on the couch, and it's been a great time, and I appreciate you. Brady says Atlanta in 6. We used to see Brady all the time here, and now he's a sophisticated person. Like he has a real job now, and he can't come hang out in the mornings.
Well, he's not. He doesn't live here anymore.
Oh, he lives in Boise?
Yeah, he lives in Boise.
Dang it.
Working for Alaska Airlines. Good for you, buddy.
Yeah, good for you. I'm proud of you.
Other than the Mariners.
Other than wow, he took a jab at you right there. So yeah, BrotherBear Cafe. For Kody from BrotherBear, I'm Doddsy, Eastern Oregon. I appreciate you. You guys know that. We're out.